Hello, it's Tammy again. And where we left off, we were working on this freeform right here. We had painted in all the windows. And now what we want to do is move this freeform layer behind the house. So we're going to go to our layers and you can scroll down and you can see the one that I painted right here. Grab that and move it down below the house. And at that point, I think it's a good idea to group them together. So I'm going to hit my Shift key and then click on the house as well. You can see that there's two things selected right here because there's little gray squares around the house and around the freeform layer that's behind it. And in fact, it would even be better to get this postage stamp too, and I'm not sure which postage stamp it is. It could be this one. Nope, it looks like I picked the wrong one because there's two of them colored the same color. So I'm going to move this one up too. Yep, there we go. So I'm hitting Shift again, and I'm now selecting a third thing. And then once I have that there, I'm going to put it behind the house and the paint. Again, I have two, so I'm going to drag them both down there. Now I'm going to say arrange group. And now if I want to move that around, they're all stuck together. Okay, now let's go to the next one. I'm double clicking on this freeform layer, and I had yellow, but what I want to do now is use black. So I'm going to hit the change color, and we're going to do trick or treat. We're going to do the trick part in black. So I'm going to go like this. And the or stays white and the treat is purple. So, or Concord Crush. So now I'm going to change colors again and select Concord Crush, which is right here. And then once that comes up, I'm going to color that. Oops, kind of messed up there, so I have to hit the eraser over here, and I can just erase that piece that I kind of messed up on. And I always click out of it once I'm finished coloring, just to kind of make sure that I'm not in that painting mode anymore. You can see that now there's the cursor looks different. It's not a brush anymore, and that way I don't accidentally paint something I don't want to. And again, you're going to just change that layer. Whoops, there it went. To move it down behind the trick-or-treat bag. Okay, I'm not going to group it. I'm just going to move on to the next one. So the next one is our jack-o'-lantern, and we are going to paint the eyes and the nose black. So I'm going to change colors again right here, and make sure we're on brush. Go ahead and paint that, and then I'm going to change the color again to the Daffodil Delight. So I think just all this repetition will help everyone feel a lot more comfortable with this. So I know this is my world record in long videos, but that's okay. I want to make sure everybody understands how to do this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna click out again to stop the coloring process and move that one below the jack-o'-lantern. Okay, down to this one. This one took a little bit of work. Okay, so let's move this down. First, I colored all the little dots on the little monster Wisteria Wonder. So that's this one right here. Let's see if I can get all this done. I'm probably not going to be quite so careful on my video. So I had to decrease the size of my brush. Again, that's over here, especially for this really little teeny one over here. You can see that you just have to be really careful to do it really tiny. And you get the gist of what I'm doing. And if you make a mistake, just get the eraser again and you know, fix your mistakes. I guarantee you I made a whole bunch of them when I was doing it. Okay, and then next thing is we're going to use Peach Parfait for his mouth, which is, where did that go? Right there. And I'm going to increase the brush a little bit so it's a little easier. I realized when I was looking at this that I forgot to color his little teeth white on the stamp. So we'll have to go back and do that. Okay, so now go to the layers palette. Here's the little paint that I did, and we just need to put that below the monster right there. And once I do that, I can click on the stamp again and hit the coloring tool. I know I'm getting distracted a little bit here. I'm going to increase this a lot by hitting the zoom, and then I'm going to select the white. It's right here. You can hardly see it. And I'm going to paint his little teeth. Whoopsie, look what I did. Got a little bit of his lip. Ooh, this is a tricky thing here too. I don't know why it does this, but when you here, I have to cancel this out. I'm going to go back in to the coloring tool, but for some reason, when you're coloring white, it doesn't seem to want to undo it. I've run into this before, so be super careful when you paint it white. Now, for some reason, this whole thing's black, so I'm going to hit cancel again because it doesn't look like it's doing the right thing at all. Okay, so I'm going to hit change color for the whole stamp, and I'm going to do back to Conquer Crush, and then I'm going to hit the coloring tool. And select the white and make sure I don't make any mistakes this time. And I don't have an answer for this. I do not know why you can't fix this after it's done. Now you can see I kind of messed up with my freeform, but when you guys do it, you can do a better job. Okay, the mummy was a little different. I'm actually going to use two freeform layers here, and because he was a little harder to color because there's just too many little things, I actually decided to make it a little more impressionistic. And okay, so what I did right there, I hit change color and I changed my brush to white. And first thing I'm going to do is, I don't think I made it that high. It's in between 5 and 10. And so I'm just going to, actually maybe I did it at 5. Apologize for that. So I'm going to go along and I am going to try to color him, but I'm not worrying very much at all if I'm staying in the lines this time. So just kind of go through and color them all white, and just don't worry.